Romania completely shocked us in all of the best ways possible, and the first way it shocked us we are actually going to do right now. We are grabbing a Uber to the train station. Ubers here are insanely cheap.
We're in Brașov right now, which is a 3-hour train ride back to the capital of Bucharest, and we could get a bus to the train station, which would be very affordable. But the taxi, I ordered it on the Uber app, it's the same price to take an 8-minute Uber to the train as it would be to take a 30-minute bus ride to the train station.
Anytime that we can spend the same amount of money but save a lot of time is a win in our book. So now we're getting in the Uber and heading to the train station.
After we paid just under $3 for the Uber ride, we're here at the train station, and the trains are another thing that shocked us. They're a little bit inconsistent. When we took a train north from Bucharest, there was AC on the train, but it didn't really work that well. But ever since then, we've had really good experiences with trains, and they always leave on time. So we're hoping for a good one today, and we'll talk about it once we're on board.
One of the absolute best things about the trains here in Romania is that you can buy them on your phone. A lot of countries we go to don't accept our American credit cards, or we can't buy them online for whatever reason, but in Romania it's been super easy, and that is just so nice when we don't have to worry about buying it. Oh gosh, there's pigeons everywhere. When you don't have to worry about buying it like at the train station, you can just do it on the way, you can do it beforehand, and that is amazing.
As we were walking towards the train, that's when I bought the ticket, and it was, let me see how much it was. It was under $13 for both of us to go 3 hours on the train. It's a very good price, and you can also like shop around and look for the best price. Like, we know with one train company it was going to be like there was one for like $17 and there was another one for like $30, and so we just chose the cheapest one, and we really like it. These ones have like tray tables, so you can eat or you can work, which was probably what I'm gonna do. With other trains, we weren't able to do this.
And while we're on the topic of prices, everything here in Romania is actually decently cheap. Like, coffee is like $2. You can sometimes get it for like $1.50. We get a whole sandwich for like $3.
Yeah, I mean, because Romania is just a part of Europe, you just casually think like, okay, well, Europe is just gonna be expensive. That's just how it is. But Romania, good price.
And it's all still like really like high quality. Like, I wouldn't say that you're losing out on any quality because of the price. And it's just so nice traveling in a place that's like decently affordable.
Well, we made it to our hotel. We're gonna be here until it's time to go to the airport to go to Italy, which we're both really excited about, but more on Romania. Here in Bucharest, we booked this hotel like while we were on the train, so like less than 2 hours ago, and we got a suite. Hi, Jenny. We got a couch, we got a desk. It's really nice because when we're trying to work and edit videos, it's nice to not have to just sit on the bed the whole time. We got a nice king bed there. So now we're gonna go back outside and explore a little bit, and we'll talk more about Romania.
I had no idea that Romania was going to be so beautiful, whether it's these really pretty old like historical buildings, or if it's the countryside with the giant mountains and the trees. Like, the scenery, the castles, everything in Romania has been so beautiful, and I honestly was not expecting it. I don't think I did a ton of research on Romania before we got here. I mean, I knew there was the Transylvanian Alps, but it completely blew me away and totally shocked me.
I think it's perfect that Jenny talked about the architecture of this building, because this is King Carol's library. It's either this one or this one, I'm not exactly sure, but we are headed to Revolution Square right now, where we can talk more about Romanian history.
And you can see King Carol there.
Where? Oh, right there. We made it to the Revolution Square, and that was King Carol in the background. So Romanian history is just so fascinating, and it seems like the Romanian people really care about it. There's all these kings and queens and them trying to defend their land, and then eventually like getting taken over, and then them getting the land back. Like, there's just so much to learn, and I just had no idea that it was just so rich with history.
We got to learn so much about King Carol and all of the Romanian history when we went to Peleș Castle. I highly recommend it if you are in Romania. We learned so much, and we just became fascinated with Romanian history and culture. Plus, the castle is just absolutely gorgeous in those mountains that I was talking about earlier. And while we were there, we got to see a cute little fox, and that was the first wildlife that we saw in Romania. And we were like, oh my gosh, there's a fox, and we were freaking out. Now we know that later in the week we would see we saw 4 bears, like massive bears, and then we saw like 3 more foxes. One of them was like following us. Like, there's just so much wildlife here. I don't know if a lot of people think about Romania as being this like hub for wildlife, but it really is. They have the most brown bears in all of Europe. If you combined every other country in Europe, all of their brown bears together, Romania alone still has more than all of them combined. So that's pretty special. And let me tell you, seeing those bears was on Jacob and I's bucket list for so long. We finally got to accomplish it, and I'm just so happy.
Well, and then we did the Transfiguration, and that one, whew, that blew us away too. There's another thing that we noticed here in Romania in all of the cities that we've been to so far. Don't know if it's good or bad, but there's a ton of graffiti, and that just seems to be kind of like the culture here. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think when Jenny and I first got to Romania and we started seeing graffiti on like pretty much every corner, we were like, oh, does this mean Romania is not very safe? Like, should we be too worried? But I just think that's just a part of what people do here, is they just spray paint on the walls.
On that note, we have honestly felt so safe here in Romania. We didn't know what it was gonna be like, but we honestly feel so safe. I mean, of course, we're using like general rule of thumb, like keep your valuables in your front pockets, just like we would do anywhere, including our home. So overall, it's been great. Something else that we really appreciate, I don't know if it's just because we were just coming from Asia, but there is tons and tons of trash cans here out on the streets, and that is so nice, because when we were in Asia, there's like hardly any trash cans out here, but it makes the streets so clean. I will say we did notice a lot of trash in the forests randomly, but like out in the city, there's like no trash. And there's a trash can right there.
Something that I'm reminded about when I was crossing this street is that the drivers seem to be pretty courteous towards pedestrians. Like when we're walking across any crosswalk, the drivers, we're trying to let them go through just because we don't want to inconvenience them, but they'll completely stop, wait for us to get across the street, and then they'll go after us.
But maybe the best shock of all of them was how delicious the food was here. Seriously, everything we had here was incredible. The cabbage rolls, I think, are like our all-time favorite, but the michi was good. Like, even the food that was like here that we got, like a pizza or whatever, like even that food was good. So just like all food in Romania, I'm so blown away. I honestly did not really think that the food was gonna be that great here. Like, one of my friends whose family is from Romania, she was like, you have to eat the cabbage rolls, and I was like, cabbage rolls don't sound that great. But then the first time we had them, I was like, one of the best things I've ever eaten. So Romania, you're doing food right. And since we're kind of tired, we're leaving tomorrow to go to Italy. We are gonna get some food delivered, which is huge for us because in a lot of countries, if you don't have that country's kind of phone number, you can't get food delivered to you. So just like another thing that shocked us was just the convenience of everything in Romania. The taxis were convenient, the trains were convenient, the food delivery service was convenient, and that is just like, it just makes our lives so much easier as we're traveling all the time. It is so nice to get to places where things are just convenient for us.
Our food was delivered. Got a mozzarella stick. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really hope you stay tuned and watch our Italy videos coming up, or any of our Romania videos that we've already posted. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.